Kapla!
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail guerrilla. Oh, that's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. Here to make war, we surrender. False good, important things are needing you people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework factory. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look, these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before, or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Ezri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karoga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5, Kapla, and welcome to Deep Space Nine Wednesday for August 17th, 2022. Today we're watching Season 7, episode, I believe it's episode 22, Tacking into the Wind. Yes, it is. Season 7, episode 22, Tagging into the Wind. There's 3 different plots going on here, at least. We've got Kira and Odo helping the Cardassians. We've got Worf dealing with Garak deciding to take personal control over the fleet. And we've got Dr. Bashir and O'Brien trying to figure out how to cure Odo and what's behind Odo getting sick. In fact, to begin with. So a decent episode, I believe. And John, do you have any thoughts? Welcome to the panel, by the way, John.
Thank you, Bert. I think this is an excellent episode. I'm looking forward to it.
Good. John Araki was first in chat with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki, if you're still here. Mike Richards was number 2. Kapla, Mike Richards from Columbus, Ohio. LDG number 3 asked if anyone was tracking Bird. Why would anybody be tracking me except maybe my web browser? Richie Poole says Kapla, Richie Poole, with 3 purple circles. And he says, is tracking into the wind anything like peeing into the wind? If so, then I would advise against it. You know, I don't believe that tracking and peeing, attacking and peeing are the same words. John Araki says, is it like when a dog has his head out the car window and is trying to bite the passing air, attacking the wind? You know, that might be it. Wesley Crusher says Wesley is not here, and then puts in a bunch of custom emojis, including Sis O'Prey, Bird O'Prey, Tribbles, Nephew O'Prey, Sassy, Mom O'Prey, Karoga, the Bird O'Prey 5X channel, Bird O'Prey, and the number 5. And Wesley says Wesley is lost in space. and time. Mike Richards says, Wesley Crusher, aren't we all? And Richie Poole says, shut up, Wesley. Wesley says, Richie Poole is so nice to be welcome. Kronos then says first, and he says, hello, world, it's Kronos O'Prey, Cupslaw. Richie Poole says Kronos. Kronos says Poole. And then Kronos says, I think this is a good episode. Is this where Gowron gets ripped? Indeed it is. And Kronos says, Bird of Prey 5, glory to your Jaloja machine. Thank you. And Kronos says, Bird will be late, but I was actually early. And Kronos says, just like I told you, late. John Araki says, early. Yes, I was early. Kronos says, hey to John. Kronos says, a Karogan is always late. John Araki says, sup to Crony. Mike Richards says, Kronos says, I think he heard you. I did. Then I put the link to the panel up. If anybody else would like to join, the link is pinned at the top. You're welcome. And I told everybody to refresh if the video hasn't started yet. For whatever reason on my own system, I had to refresh it to get the video started. Kronos is difficult to be here when you are the only one typing. John DeMarco says, greetings all. John Aragi says, in Soviet Russia, panel joins you. I see. Lots of Johns today, says Kronos. Yvette says, good evening, Bird and everyone. Good evening, Yvette. Where are they? Mike Richards says, greetings to John. John says, hey to Mike. Kronos says, hey, Quantum Gal. I assume he means Yvette. Bring back Futurama. Absolutely. Yvette says, hey to Kronos. Kronos says, Esri is better with long hair. Absolutely, she is. 47 Yorktown says, hello, young sir. Hello, 47. Kronos says, birds not early. I would disagree. Kronos says, Cardassians have big butts. That's a different Cardassian. Carl Peters says, best episode of DS9 ever, in his honest opinion. Wow, Carl Peters. First, welcome to the stream, and I'm a little surprised, to be honest, but it's certainly up there. Very interesting that this is your favorite episode. Maybe there's more to it than I remember. Kronos says, hey to Carl, and he asks, is Wesley here? Of course he's here, Kronos. And Kronos says, thank goodness there isn't a Russian O'Prey. No, that's probably true. Thank goodness. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start and we're going to watch. If you are new here, you can watch the actual episode at the Bird of Prey 5 screening room. The address is at the bottom of the YouTube video, birdofprey5.com/SR. That'll bring you to a site where you can watch the video. If you have a computer, just open that in another tab or another browser. If you have a mobile device, open that link in a second device and leave this device on YouTube. That would be for the best. If you're watching from here, you'll get a screenshot every 10 seconds or so you have some idea where we are. If you don't have a copy, if you're not watching live, you'll need your own copy to watch. You can get it, you can stream it from Paramount Plus, or you can have your own DVD or Blu-ray collection of episodes, I believe. Again, season 7, episode 22, Tacking into the Wind. So I'm going to go ahead and get set up in the screening room, and we'll count down, and then we'll hit play. Kronos is Bird of Prey. Will you be all of the last episode, or cut it into 2 streams? We'll be watching the last episode as it aired. So there'll be 2 episodes aired together. So we'll be watching the final 2 episodes together as it aired originally. So good question, and that's the answer. If episodes aired as together, then that's how we watched them. Like Way of the Warrior, season 4, episodes 1 and 2. Those aired together, so we watched them together. All the other multi-episodes, except for Emissary, they all aired separately each week, so we watched them each week. Okay. And counting down to get the screening room going. Rock Solid Productions says, greetings, comrade. Greetings, Rock Solid. Thank you for being here. And then go ahead and count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we have launch. And we have ship flying out. And explosion, and rewound. The explosion began at the intercooler matrix, but they were supposed to plant the bomb at the secondary plasma conduit. The Cardassians don't understand. The ship was destroyed. What does it matter? Garak says it was a much easier place to place the bomb. They could have found the bomb and disarmed it. Kira's like, your men didn't follow orders. Damar's like, but it was a successful mission. She's like, it was a success because the Jem'Hadar slipped up and we got lucky. And she says, don't use them for anything else. But the other Cardassian says there's 5 of his best men. He starts naming names. Kira's mad. Don't you dare name names. If I know the names of your men and I'm captured, he's going to get tortured. She's going to have to give him up. Damar has heard the lesson. Doesn't have to be reminded. Damar calls for a recess. It's been a long day. Let's get some rest. Kira says, you're going to do something about him? And then, yep, I'm giving him my support. And Kira's like, okay. Garak says this doesn't bode well for Cardassia. There's Odo. The raid on the shipyard was successful. The team sabotaged the dilithium storage bunkers. The entire facility was vaporized. Greetings, Wesley. It says, good work to Odo. Odo's looking unusually tired. Wesley says, I'm here now, but who knows how long. Well, are you working today, Wes? That would go a long way to determining how long you stay. Odo is looking really awful very quickly. Garak's seeing him for the first time in his natural state. Odo is just like Garak to come sneaking in. And said, Odo has the monkeypox, says Kronos. Welcome, number 1, to the panel. Kapla.
Greetings, number 1.
So why is Odo getting sick so rapidly? And he's explaining because he's been assuming so many forms so quickly these last few weeks. The more you change shape, it advances the disease. At least they tried to cover up the reason that it made no sense that Odo was the first one sick, but the last to show symptoms.
Yeah, he was solid for a lot of that time, so I imagine it wouldn't progress when he was in that state.
weird that he would have still had the disease after being turned back from a solid.
I suppose it was dormant.
Contact on Galvus 5. You'd have to give it thought. It's not the Odo we remember. It's a good question. Opening credits. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Rock Solid Productions says, I heard that when DS9 figured out who gave Odo the disease, they were shocked to learn it was Agatha all along. A callback to WandaVision.
Yeah, who knew she worked for Section 31?
Yeah. Do 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 dun 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 and then Rock Solid says vertebrae. Word is she got kicked out of Section 31 for being a real witch.
GDefy.com/TV. Yes, and if Odo married
Wesley says, Bird, your doo-doo seem off today. You're not doing your best. I'm sorry, Wes. I was also doing comments, so I kind of had to push it through.
yes, and if Odo married Yoko Ono, then she could be Mrs. Odo Ono.
Wow. Time to face facts, Julian, says Odo. Only way they'll find a cure is to track down who created this, says O'Brien. So Bashir says Section 31 has managed to stay hidden for 200 years, over 200 years. They're not going to come scurrying.
They need to tell Star Trek Discovery that then.
Says they'll just go deeper into hiding.
Yeah, it's not like they would just walk around with special badges or something.
Right. That would make them more like the Tal Shiar or the Obsidian Order. The fact that you can't find any evidence of their existence, that's what makes them special. Mark Salas says, bird of prey. You know Ikira won every argument with Odo, don't you? He doesn't have a backbone. Kronos says, wow, just wow. He could technically grow one. Applause to your house, Kronos. So I don't know. Cisco saying the blame lies with the man who ordered the mission, not the guy who failed the mission. Gowron is happy. He says, this is why I like you, Captain. Your loyalty to your friends. He's like, of course, it's not the reason. Gowron says, Martok's popular troops with troops under his command. He's not going to relieve him yet, he says. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So the Klingons are supposed to raid every place and attack everyone. Hello, Daniel's Hot Topics.
Hi, Bird. How you doing?
Not
Hello,
bad.
Daniel.
Hi, John. Hi, number one.
Rebellion poses no threat, says the next Wayun. And why did the team know that Wayun, and that Damar was going to turn his back on the founders and now become the terrorist leader? They're like, yeah, it's okay. It's not the worst thing we've ever seen. And the truth is, it isn't the worst thing we've seen.
I believe this is the way you would 8, Kronos.
Yeah. But Cardassian civilians in military installations, if Damar destroys more ship, he's going to have to kill a great many of his own countrymen too. That's going to turn the people against them. Anyway, the boarder's opinion was not solicited. Anyway, the email shapeshifter is saying that the energy weapons can't be delayed, nor can the placement of them on their ships be delayed. How long until the facilities are operational? The boarder answers with the wrong answer, who says several weeks.
Is this the episode where Worf kills
Gowron?
Gowron?
It is, yes.
Ah.
They first steal the ship from the Jem'Hadar. Why weren't the Klingon ships affected? You don't know. If they can help Starfleet, they can help themselves. a 5-man team, what they're going to use. I sent Odo out drunk last night. Nothing's in return. There's nothing there. And Garak is, of all people, the first one to get upset over the timing. The more he turns, the more he sits up, the worse he gets. Everybody's looking in awe as.
So the disease progresses the more he changes form?
Yes.
Oh, so
apparently.
It's like a circulatory system. It's like, you know how the blood works in the body. It's like a circulatory system.
Yeah, I guess that's a fair way of calling it.
Kronos wants to know what a Breen actually looks like. Well, I asked Colonel Kira. She's stolen one of their outfits before.
Yeah. Maybe this episode of Strange New Worlds this season, we'll see finally what do the Breen look like. Mark Solid says spoilers, damn it. Kronos says Cisco should have fought. Yeah. But he did hit a nerve. Kronos got this guy in a neck hole.
And Garak's just chilling in the shadows with a phaser.
Cisco should have fought Garak. Too soon for spoilers, says Kronos. Garak is bringing them all to ruin, says Worf. Don't spill the blood of a brother when the enemy stands at your door.
You should listen to Worf. Worf's the expert on killing Klingon leaders.
Kronos says Kira can touch my nerves. Well, all right once. And wow, the story is getting really tense, says Kronos. Martok said that he wouldn't dare make mockery. For every 1,000 points he loses, he can't get back. That's 1,000 of Chinese checker checking. That's washed away. You're as worried about Odo. Putting all the eggs in one basket.
Oh, here we have the big scene coming up.
That's a tough break. Damar found out his whole family's dead.
And Garak knows what's coming.
Careful, you stepped right in it, Damar. Kira opens. It's like, yeah, what kind of people give those orders? Like, you got me. Did you use a dose of cold water? Eric said, this is a string of the some person who's the lead Cardassian. The shuttle was just on time as he predicted, but now the shuttle only contains a little bit of oxygen, not a whole big amount, and they had to run it the entire time. So, yeah, they don't have a smell. Worf is going to try to convince Garak to discontinue the attacks. Worf says, General Martok, and then talked about weeks ago, he considers you basically an extension, a symbol at the door, not their fault, they say.
I really appreciate the conversation. This scene is basically a culmination of all the shenanigans with Klingon politics going all the way back to early TNG.
So he says to Worf that he's one of the most honorable and decent men she's ever met. If he's willing to tolerate men like Garak, then what chances do the Klingons have? And this must get Worf to thinking, because the next thing you know, he wants permission to attack. Another prisoner exchange. Salad says the three of them should be able to handle one human woman. He tries to get a space Coke. Apply Arabic standard.
Hello, Arabic. Because when you want to kill anyone in the room as quickly as possible, you give your weapon to Garak.
I was getting upset that they had to kill everybody. He's like, did you have to kill them all? They were like, well, we didn't want to take chances. And they said his walkie-talkie didn't register. Asian Mel, welcome back. Says it's funny because they could not get away with this nowadays because of facial recognition. If you were to find a cure, what do you think they would do? So O'Brien says, just pretend you have the cure, put out the word, and they'll come looking for it. Then we just capture them.
Excuse me.
Garak has got his next target. Artox, it's for the Empire. Gowron says, like a true warrior. Worf says, finally, no. We cannot attack the president. Gowron decides what can and cannot be done. Says, you rule without wisdom or honor. Yields you for his rightful fate. As they're saying, meanwhile, I will slowly unveil the seals. So please stop bringing suggestions in. We're going to fight.
Well, I guess Gowan was wrong when he said Worf would never have another chance to kill him.
That's true. This is their best chance. They don't know what the future might or might not hold. My God. Almost a gut attack.
You will not have this day.
Now they're cheering Worf. Worf, I don't seek leadership. Great men don't seek power. They have it thrusted forward. Power thrusted upon them. Hail, Marshak, leader of the Empire. You're leaving now. Garak says that would be unwise. Cardassian Empire. Kronos is bird of prey. Bird has a lot of friends as well. Surprising for the nice words, Kronos.
Did he kill Galron yet?
Yes, he did.
Oh, I missed that.
Just remember me as I was, a figure dominating the other species that looked down upon. So that was season 7, episode 22, Tagging into the Wind. Roxanne says, God damn it, spoilers.
Yeah, sorry about the 20-year-old spoilers.
Yeah, I like Damar's change in the story. And of course, he still did murder Ducat's daughter. Carl Peter says, the change in Damar is actually his favorite part. Interesting.
Yeah, he had a great arc.
Great arc. A great arc, says John DeMarco. What do you say? Yes, sir. I like it. Oh, very good. Now I'm going to talk about myself in the third person, so you know I'm saying. What? No, don't do that? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, okay, so Worf is going to get in trouble because it's the so-called Klingon way. And I think it's surprising that although it's the Klingon way, I think we all know Picard would have not found it acceptable for Worf to kill the head of the Klingon council, even if it was a loud law under Klingon tradition. That said, I don't think there'd be any real push to get never mind. I don't know where I was going with that. Forget it. Separate discussion. I don't think. No, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. John, did you have anything you wanted to say? Now you've seen the episode. Again, any changes in opinions? Or
not real changes,
pretty
no.
much.
I think it's an excellent episode. I think it might be my favorite in the arc at the end of the show.
Really? Very cool. Very cool. Oh, so I was going to say, yes, the difference is in how Captain Picard might have allowed this to go down versus Captain Sisko. Captain Sisko was almost for Worf doing this on the down low. And whereas Captain Picard argued he would have said that was too much involvement, perhaps, for Worf to have. And he would have probably ordered Worf not to do things this way because it was the Klingon way and unacceptable for a Star Trek officer to behave in such a manner. That was always my opinion. I don't know if you or number one had any different thoughts, or Daniel, does anybody disagree with that?
I don't.
Okay.
No.
Well,
Next episode is extreme measures, right?
Yep.
And then the dogs are learning what you leave behind part 1 and part 2, and then that's it.
I believe that is correct. Yes, extreme measures. Odo falls gravely ill to the shape-shifting disease, and O'Brien and Bashir go inside the mind of Sloan, who holds Odo's cure. And I'm going to be honest with you, that is probably my least favorite of this final push of episodes. I never like going into the mind of someone. It always seems stupid. But
so this was Inception before Inception, basically.
This was what?
You ever see the movie Inception?
Inception, yeah.
Yeah, where they go into a person's mind.
Well,
yeah,
next episode will be Inception. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought you said this episode.
No. So
no, extreme measures.
Yeah. So they did Inception before Inception. Isn't that wild? Basically.
Yeah. Yep. I believe so.
Yeah. Yeah. They took that idea from well, I'm sure it's been used in other series, but you never know. They could have taken from this.
But yes, this was extreme measures. Next episode, next week is extreme measures. The week after that, the Dogs of War. So let's see, the 24th, the 31st would be the Dogs of War. That would be September 7th, would be What You Leave Behind, if all goes to plan. And then September 14th would be the documentary, What We Left Behind.
Yeah. You said you're going to watch that after everything?
Yeah. Yes. That's the plan. Dogs of War have been directed by Avery Brooks. And that's basically the final episode, directed by a series cast member. Last week, When It Rains, was directed by Michael Dorn. That's basically it. We're coming to an end. Okay. Rock Solid says, Bird of Prey, go check and play my YouTube short I uploaded this afternoon. Okay, Rock Solid. Let me go check out your YouTube short. Typing is always difficult. Productions. It's short. My worst cross-country road trip story. Let's see. Okay. This is what I gotta do. We gotta go to the default. We've got to paste and go. We've got to share, stop sharing, share screen, tab, share audio. Okay.
If I ever told any of you the story about how I drove cross country with my friend Rick one time, and when we got to the Rockies, he would go ahead when we got to the top of the mountain. He would put his car in neutral and move down the hill. And he did this time after time, and I didn't understand what he was doing. Was he trying to save gas mileage? Was he trying to, just elongate the trip? And then I realized when he turned on, never gonna give you up. That's just how Rick rolled.
Oh my God. You son of a bitch, Rock Solid. You son of a bitch. That's just the way Rick rolled. He rickrolled us without even the courtesy of the Rick roll. Graphic. Well done, Rock Solid. Well done. Kronos is Bird of Prey 5. Show Enterprise after DS9 ends. That is very likely, Kronos. Kronos says someone needs to calm down the Discord. Yeah, it's okay. We'll be done here in a minute. Roxas says it's clean, I promise. Kronos says, is that soft putty? I don't think it is. Carl Peters has got to run. Be fun. Be well all. Take care, Carl. Roxas says, ha. Kronos says, son of a bitch. Roxas says, chill out with the lurch. And Kronos says, Bird of Prey, very likely. That's the best I can tell you, Kronos. Very likely. Before we go, John, anything you want to say?
So I want to say, as usual, thanks for having me on the panel, Bird. And watching DS9 is always fun.
No problem. Daniel, anything you want to say before we go?
Yeah, thanks for having me on, Bert. It was fun.
You're welcome. And number one, anything you'd like to say before we go?
Yeah, Sunday. Doing a House of the Dragon watch party.
Nice. House of the Dragon watch party.
Already got it posted up for the on my channel for the
already posted the
already
link.
Posted the link. Yeah, I can post it on.
Feel free to post the link in the chat if you want, and give people a direct click to it if they're interested.
I'll post it in the private because I'm not on there.
Okay, if you post it in private, I'll post it.
Yeah. So
on the,
so yeah, this Sunday, gonna watch it. To a watch party if people want to show up and watch
All
it.
right. I subscribe, number one.
Well, thank you. Don't expect it to be as good as, well, then again, Game of Thrones kind of went off the rails at the end, so maybe it'll be good at the beginning like Game of Thrones was, but I guess we'll see.
House of the Dragon, is that like a kung fu movie?
Yes, Bruce Lee was in it.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, but that's what they're calling this new Game of Thrones prequel set about.
Okay, so yeah, this isn't the movie. This is the prequel.
Yeah, the
series,
new
House of the
series
Dragon.
it starts this Sunday on HBO Max, whatever. I don't
Oh,
realize
that actually starts this
people,
Sunday, huh?
yeah, at 9 p.m. But I'll put the start at 8:30 so we can talk a little bit beforehand or whatever. And then we'll do a live commentary as it's airing, basically.
Sweet. I hope House of the Dragon can continue the hype that was Game of Thrones for your sake.
Well, I think at first it will get a lot of what do they call it? It will be trending.
Buzz.
Yeah, buzz and trending.
Yeah.
I think it will be trending for a while, at least the first season, and then we'll see after that. Depends on this first season. How it goes. It's only, obviously 10 episodes per season, at least for this first season. Who knows if they'll cut it down like they did Game of Thrones towards the end or not? But yeah, I'm not. I mean, if you like, I guess there's going to be multiple dragons flying around in it. That's a spoiler because it's called House of the Dragon, but yeah, there's supposedly lots of dragons in it. So, that's only a spoiler I'm throwing out there for now. Expect lots of dragons.
Well, that was always something we enjoyed in Game of Thrones. So we might as well give people what they like. Dragons and hot women. I guess if we're only going to get one or the other, it's going to be dragons. Okay, guys, thank you all for coming. We're going to be saying goodbye to Deep Space Nine shortly, but until then, hope to see you back again next week. Tomorrow, nothing particularly planned. And then Friday, we'll be back to bed life. So take care all. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Bird and panel out.